I'm your host, Teresa, and I am so excited, as always, to come to you. And if you haven't noticed, we got a bit of a different background. We're doing something a little different. We have, and I'm going to say we because I have some friends to introduce, we have an event coming up that we want to talk to you about. So I gathered some of my bestie friends, and we're going to talk about the Aligned Woman Conference. The conference is going to be on May 23rd. It is going to be fantastic, and I want to introduce you to my friends who are here on the show with me. So first I'm going to introduce to my left, or I'm actually going to let her introduce herself. How about that?
Hello everyone, I'm Alisa Hunter, Legacy Coaching and Consulting. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, T.
Thank you for coming. Absolutely.
Hi, my name is April Mograss, and I am a motivational speaker as well as a storyteller.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much. And
my name is Chandra McKay. I am founder of Unique Strengths, and I am an alignment coach.
when I tell you, these are the coolest people to be around. It is so good. So again, I can't wait for you guys to come to this conference. We're going to talk a little bit about it, give a little teaser, help you guys to understand what it is that you are being invited to. Because it's not just another women's conference, all right? This is specifically for women who are over 40 who we're experiencing some things, right? It's not like when we were 20, 25 years old. We have changes in our life, in our body, in our minds, in our spirit. And that's what we're talking about. And so I brought my friends along so that we can talk about it together. Community is so super important, and that's what we're going to talk about. So if you guys are ready, I have a couple of questions for you. I want you guys to tell me about this conference. Tell me, why do you think that this conference matters right now?
I have some thoughts. So when I think about why this conference matters right now, even as we came together to formulate the conference, is so many women that I know now that we're 40 plus are really thinking about what is next in life right now.
Right.
Children are older for the most part. Also, the career shifts are happening.
Right.
As we know, many black women are leaving the traditional workforce. And I think about just even my mom, who's older, and thinking about what's my purpose now at a new stage in life.
Right.
And so I think this conference matters now because there's a lot of women undergoing transition and or need to reorient themselves to really engage in and enjoy this season of life. We don't work so hard to get here and then not to enjoy it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
My kids be like, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're right, it's this time in our life, it is so different, but it can be so good. But we have to realize that it's not what it was 15 years ago. And I'm not sure if I want it for 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, I love my life, but I'm really loving my life right now. And I'm loving what's coming. So, absolutely. Does anyone else have anything they wanted to add?
I definitely think it matters right now because we also have to look within ourselves and realize, as you already said, we're not the same as we used to be, but what strengths do we have within that we can build off of?
Yeah.
What are we saying about ourselves? Making sure that we are moving forward with the best us that we can be.
I like.
Yeah, and taking the opportunity now that we're older, our families are older, the needs are different, to really tune back into ourselves, like people said, and hear what ourselves is trying to say, what our life is trying to say. Make sure that our life really fits where we are right now and not where we were 5, 10 years ago or where we will be in the future, but it fits right where we are right now.
Right now.
Absolutely.
Come on now. Come on now. All right. I'd like for you guys to talk about what it means to you. You know, like, why did you want to be a part of this? Why did you have something that you're like, I have something, this is what I want to let people know about?
I know for me, I've definitely been going through a lot of the self-talk. Hearing what other people say about myself, and then hearing what am I saying about myself? How am I living? what am I saying to other people? How do I project myself to others? And it's really important during the season because I want to project so that I leave, as most of you all have used this word, legacy of what do I want people to say? What would I like people to say about me? What do I want to be? We have choices. This is a great period of time. I don't want to keep using the word older, more mature,
Come on now.
more developed. I'm able to look at things with a different perspective now and honing in on that perspective. I think that's really important.
I like it.
And I think about conversations that we have with each other. And they're similar conversations.
Right.
They're similar topics. Well, I'm talking to you, or talking to you, or talking to somebody else. We're all thinking about similar things, and we need each other. We don't want to get to a place where we isolate ourselves when we're going through so much with our minds, our bodies, our spirit, and our lives.
Right. Absolutely.
And just to, piggyback on that, as we think and talk a lot, it's also, this conference reminds me that we have an opportunity to be intentional about what we do about that, right? I spend a lot of time thinking. That doesn't mean I'm actually moving forward with intentional, productive action, right? And so rather than just like having my own thought process or even like bouncing things off of friends, this provides like a captive space for us to really think about who we are, what we're doing, what we tell ourselves, and then action. Like, let's put something into action, and in a very supportive sister environment. And that's what excites me about it. Opportunity to be intentional with each other and ourselves.
I love
As
it.
I listen to you, you think a lot. I think a lot.
You do think a lot.
And when you think a lot and you have a lot going on, life can override what you're thinking. And it can just get pushed down or pushed to the side, or it's not important in the moment, or whatever it can be. Having a space in a protected time to focus in
I like that.
is really
Right.
what I think is the beauty of this conference. One of the
Yes.
beautiful things about this conference is protected time, protected space, with the mission of looking inside, to hear yourself again, to align with yourself, to align your life to your strengths, your needs, your values, to the story that you're telling to yourself, and what kind of actions you're going to take. So it really is important not just to have the thoughts, not just to want to do the action, but to have the time to make the plan. And to
Yes.
put the plan in practice.
Right. Absolutely.
And can I add one more thing?
Absolutely.
And I think, Chandra, something that you said is making space and time for yourself. Because like you just mentioned, we have thoughts, and then kids, home, spouse, like all that work, and then what comes of that, and what comes of the time for self, right? And if we're lucky, we carve out a few minutes at the beginning or the end of the day, but then there's that. This is like a whole 4 hours for us.
Yes.
And that is like so valuable. And we need a separate space because in everyday life, it's hard to make time, and we don't always prioritize ourselves.
We don't. We do not. We do not. We are nurturers.
Yes.
And so we take care of everybody else. And then if there's something, a little problem left over, we might take it. We might take it. Unless someone says, can I have? It's just like, here you go. Right? That's just reality. One thing that I would add, like one of the reasons why this is so important to me, I think about the emotional journey that I've been on in the last few years. And I mean, I had heard about menopause, I'd heard about midlife, I'd heard about different things, but no one prepared me for the emotional and mental.
Wow.
And no one talked about it, so it was like so new, and it was just like such a punch. And I don't want anyone to have to go through it alone. I don't want anyone to have to go through it without knowing that this could happen, that it could be possible. And I know that not everyone's going to go through it the way that I did, but if I could save somebody, right? The agony, it was tough. It's tough. It is tough. Different days, different hours. But whatever I can offer, I want to be able to offer my sisters, my peoples out there, and not just the women, but it's the families, it's the spouses, it's the daddies, it's everyone else who's around, it's the coworker who don't know, like this is not the day, right? I'm just saying, right? True. Let me help you out. True. You gotta come. Yeah. Okay. Next question. What would you like, and you guys, we all have our own sections that we're going to be talking about. What do you want people to walk away with? What do you hope that they walk away either from your particular section or the whole of it all?
I know for me, I just think about the fact that for years I've always, again, looked at myself a particular way, listened to what other people told me, and kind of never gave myself the space to really think about what am I projecting when I'm thinking, and I can call myself, again, crazy. I remember for a long time, my word was crazy. April's crazy. I still probably am a little bit, but I don't want that to be my narrative. I don't want that to be the way that I project myself to everyone, and I definitely don't want that to be the way that if I left as a memory of myself. So really thinking about, again, not only what things have happened in my past or things that are happening to me now, but really how I want to project myself going forward. That is, I think, the biggest key that I would love people to be able to take away. And to learn how to do it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I love it.
So what comes to mind for me, what I would love for women to walk away with is this is not a time to come and think about how you reinvent your whole life. It is not the time, it's not the place, it's not necessary to reinvent every portion or piece of your life.
Thank you.
What they will hear in my piece of the conversation and the encouragement that they will get is to listen inward. To listen to what your inner voice is already saying, listen to what your life is already saying, and respond to what you're hearing. So, that takes tuning into, and I'm not going to go into my whole conversation.
Right.
It's
Gotta go.
It takes tuning inward and making the changes that you need to, but just remembering that you don't have to reinvent. And I think that when we hear about midlife and we think about all the changes that come around and that we all go through in our own ways, the tendency could think that I need an overhaul. And what we don't need is an overhaul. What we need to do is slow down. What we need to do is take space. What we need to do is listen in.
Love it.
And to piggyback on what you said, Sean, y'all know I talk about capacity all the time. Who has capacity for an overhaul, right? Right, in a sustainable one, right? Right? Because you keep your whole family to the curb, your whole job to the curb, right? Moving to some tropical island, which would be lovely. But I think about capacity and just taking something away that you can bring forward, right? It's not about, again, the overhaul, complete change of everything. Right. It's like, what nugget can you take away to move forward? And so that's what I'll be talking about, is like, what are you taking away? And again, keeping in mind your actual capacity, not just desire. The overhaul might be desire, but also capacity. What can you put into action? And so you actually feel good about what you're doing, not further defeated or telling yourself you haven't done enough because you made all these lofty kind of aspirations that you actually don't have the capacity or don't actually need to put in place. Just a nugget. Take something away that feels good that you wanna focus on.
Right.
And use the ladies around you and in your circle to support you in that.
Yes, absolutely. I love it.
I love the fact that Alisa said that, and I just want to make sure that, of course, people know that's what we've been to each other.
Right.
And honestly, we have, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, is because we have found it in each other, and now we want to share it with everybody else.
Yes. Great point. And one of the things that I want to I hope that people will walk away with is a lot of times we think when things change, we ask the question like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And then what's wrong with me?
Yes.
And it's not an issue of something being wrong. It's just a change. And then learning how to live with that change and how to make the best of this change. It could be a wonderful change, but it doesn't mean anything is wrong. And I spent too long asking that question, like, what's wrong? What's the matter? How come I can't? All of that stuff. And so just to kind of dismiss that, like that is not the case here. So I'm hoping that people will walk away with that feeling, not only that there's nothing wrong with me, but I can do something, you know, to whatever the outcome I want, I can get. And I will go back to what April's point is. As I was thinking, I was like, oh, I think I've known you guys for like, about 20 years or so. And I think it was really awesome that how this all came together. I mean, you know, and so this is good. It's powerful. It's real. And I am confident that any woman who shows up to the Aligned Woman is going to walk away with so many gems, so much wealth, and community. You know, you will be seen, you will be heard, you will be understood, and you will be empowered. And that's going to be so great. So great. So, with that said, I'm going to keep hanging out with my friends, but I'm going to let you go. All right? We would love for you. No, you need to come to the Aligned Women's Conference.
Register.
You need to, one, not only register, but you also need to grab a friend or two. All right? And so, are we still doing the early bird? Yes, we're doing the early bird. Do it now.
2 tickets with a discount.
2 tickets with a discount. All right? So bring a friend. You know someone that needs this. All right? So if you've listened this far, you know it's you and another friend. All right? So make sure that you bring your friend, you talk about it, and let them know this is going to be a phenomenal time. We're, you know, not only us, but there's going to be food. We hooked it up with breakfast and lunch. We have just
Goodie bags. Goodie bags.
all of that. I'm trying to tell you. Saturday morning with us. What? It'll be more than worth your time. So I am so grateful, as always, that you have joined Conversations with Teresa. I want you to come right back here and enjoy your time, because this is good. The Aligned Women's Conference is May 23rd, and you just need to be there. All right? So until next week, I look forward to you guys having a fantastic week, and come right back here. But before you come back, get your ticket. All right?
Click the link.
Peace out. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.